The Nigeria Orthopedic Association has revealed that 1.5 Nigerians suffer from arthritis annually. And when we say 1.5 Nigerians suffer from arthritis annually, then we can know that arthritis affects a larger population in Nigeria. Another statistics reveals that people that suffer from arthritis in Nigeria, that women tend to suffer more than men. I welcome you to another edition of Africam on High ATV. I am Oluwaseun Oyebade to discuss more about arthritis, which is popularly known in Yoruba land as Awoka. Dr. Ibrahim Lawal is here with me from the Health Department of Biomedicinal Research Center here in Frame. And we'll talk more about how we can use herbs to provide curative and preventive measures for arthritis. I welcome you to the program, Dr. Ibrahim Lawal.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Well,
It's a pleasure.
when it comes to arthritis, there is a point that we say that arthritis is a condition and it is not a disease. How do we mean when we say this?
Yeah, arthritis, it's a condition because arthritis could be described as an autoimmune. Autoimmune, that is, it happens regularly when a particular cell in the body system misfired. And when the cell misfired, it leads to the condition of what we refer to as arthritis. So it's not a disease, it's a condition. And Yoruba call it awoka. And the reason why it is called awoka, it is just because it's not, it moves around the body system. It can move from one joint to another. It can move from hand to the waist. It can move from waist to the ankle. It can move from ankle to the elbow. So that is why it is called awoka. And it is just because, as I explained, that it is not a disease to be
It is a condition.
It is a condition. It's a condition in health system. And also the arthritis, it is tend to affect women, the women in terms of statistics than men, just because the body mass index of most women are maybe the weight, and also the weight might be too much on a particular part of the body. Maybe if you have a too much weight on compared to your knee,
What your knee
definitely
can actually say they can
say-
carry.
So it usually affects it, and it's common among women than men.
Men. What can we say are some of the predisposing factors of arthritis in both men and women?
I said I just mentioned it that the woman has a lot of activities when it comes to, and again their diets, they usually prone to such conditions than men. And just because uh the way God structured woman system, the body system, is different from the way he structured the men body system. For instance, what they produce in the body is different. The hormones they release is different from the hormones men released. And also, when you look at the body weight, the generally the woman has a they tend to have a larger body weight than men
Men.
in most cases. And also, the woman goes to the labor room, they exercise their body, they do all that. All those things cool. Even, and as I explained, that it is the arthritis, it is linked to what we refer to as autoimmune. That is a misfiring of a particular cell to another cell leads to that condition. And based on that, so far it's not something that you can say, okay, this is what it can actually. And we have different types of arthritis. We have osteoarthritis. We have uh different types of arthritis,
Rheumatoid.
but the most common one is osteoarthritis, which is linked with the joints and the tendons. So I can just say that just because the activities and the hormones differs in men and
Men and
male
women.
makes them to tend to have prone to arthritis than men.
Now, one of the most painful moments that any human can pass through has been said to be fireborn child pains of childbirth, and probably when we say pains from highs and the whole lot. So definitely, women pass through childbirth pains, and we can actually say one that could be one of the predisposing factors. But when we talk about arthritis, the treatment of arthritis, before we move into the treatment, do we have any age group that it affects most?
Yes, as from age 40 and above, but it's mostly common at the age of 50 and above in women. But but we have some conditions, we have some other conditions too that you can also has the arthritis at the tender age, but it is very, very
Rare.
rare.
It is not as common
No,
as
it's
for
not as
the
common that. But between age of 50 and
and
above,
above.
it's very common.
Now, virtually every market point, every motor parks in our streets, we hear the advertisements as regards herbal remedies for arthritis. They will say back pain, if you are feeling some pains on your knees, just rub it on them and the whole lot. And we've said it on one of the editions of Africam before that my people perish because of the lack of knowledge. Now, getting the knowledge from an expert using herbs, are we going to say, are we going to rule out people that sell at the motor park that, okay, that is not the right way to go about it, or creams for application? What can you say? What are the efficacy of what uh, these herbal sellers offer to people?
Yeah, I think as a scientist, the bottom line is this: you have to get what you need in terms of herbal medication in the right place, because I cannot say that those people that are hawk maybe by the roadside, they pass through the normal process of producing or of making a solution for or for any kind of condition or diseases. For instance, does it pass through a NAFDAC? Does it certified by NAFDAC? Does it pass through a normal regulatory body before it can be sold to people? Though most time they look at it as a topical agent. How about using a kind of chemical mixed with some herbs that it could irritate the skin or the body system? So I would just say that one, out of all those people, it could some could be working maybe for a period of time for people, but I'll advise that it's better for you to contact the herbal expert or an expert in this area
Before you
than
use any
for you than going by than taking anything by the roadside
roadside.
or hawking it by the inside moonware or inside bars in the town. So move get in touch with the with an expert. You can able to get the right medication and the right prescription of what you can use for any kind of condition or diseases.
Before we still move into the treatment of arthritis, are we going to say, or what do you think is the response of Nigerians, Africans to herbal medicine?
Oh,
Do they believe in herbal medicine?
yeah, in the recent times, people tend to see the efficacy in herbal medicine because even in the recent times we have seen different efficacy even from our own president, from our governor, the governor of your
For the
state
states.
during COVID period. He also testifies to efficacy of herbal medication by mentioning the turmeric and some other thing, combine it with
Black
lemongrass and
seed.
black seed, and he used it to treat himself while he was contracted by COVID-19. But with that, it's an eye opener for everybody to know that, to see that for real, herbal medication is real. And recently, we have seen a lot of a lot of testimonies regarding the herbal medications. And also in the Forestry Research Institute of Nigeria, we have a product called Ceton, which is also come at the right time for the management of the symptoms of COVID-19 with certification of NAFDAC. Based on that, we can say that, okay, this herbal medication is actually works and people embrace it now because it has a very lesser side effect, and it is treat from the root source of the disease or condition. And based on that, it doesn't have any later side effect when we're talking about the other medications, which is made from the synthetic method. So based on that, I think the acceptability of herbal medication these days, it is very, 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 it's on the rise. So people are
now believing more
believing
on
more.
their own form of treatment
Yes.
than for the way what Westerners introduced us to. Now let us move into the treatment of arthritis. What can be used? What herbs can be used?
I think the very the simplest way that anyone could just lay their hands on if you want to actually treat arthritis, it is the root of the pawpaw. But it has to be the male pawpaw. The
Okay.
root of pawpaw, the bark of the mango tree, which is Mangifera indica, the root of pawpaw, which is Carica papaya, then the bark of mango tree and the leaf of mango tree can be cooked with a
Okay.
clove. And doing that, you can able to boil it and take it for arthritis.
Yes.
And also the same method, you can pull them together and make it for a soap to take your bait.
Okay.
Because skin is the largest part of the body, of the organ. Skin covers the largest part of our organ. And by the time you are taking that, it means directly you are applying it topically to the area that is pain, and wherever this thing moves to, because it moves around your body system, it can able to arrest it and make sure that the body system goes back to normal. That is number one. The other method, it is getting the when it comes to fical sore, it is called igi opoto.
Okay.
On igi opoto, which is you can able to get, there are some threads, there are some waste on the trees of the ficals. It looks like it looks airy. You can collect all those things and you mix it with shea butter.
Okay.
When you mix it with shea butter, you can apply it topically on the
skin.
affected area, with maybe whether the joint, the elbow, the ankle, all your joints, you can apply it. It will help. And with the other one, the one that you cooked, while you are taking it, you can also have what we call herbal bath.
Okay.
Herbal bath, like what we do in the while we were young, that your parents will tell you that, okay, cover your body with a blanket with this
And inhale, breathe
and
in,
inhale,
breathe
breathe.
out.
That one can also help with the arthritis. And based on that, all these things, it is just within our reach. You are not going to buy it, you are not going to do a kind of serious analysis on it. But based on Biomedicinal Research Center, we have done our research on all these things before we can able to say that, okay, you can able to pick this, and you can able to use it. But I'll just advise that whatever plan you are going to use, make sure you do a proper identification of it, because proper identification is very, very key in herbal medication. Because some plants looks alike, but they are not the same, because the chemical composition in them differs.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ibrahim Lawal, for providing us with some valid information when it comes to the treatment of arthritis. I know viewers have a lot to learn from this segment. When it comes to arthritis, hardly will we find anyone around us that is not saying I'm suffering from this joint pain or from that. Either it is coming from the elbow, from our knees to our toes, and people get to complain much about this. I have had experiences of women that are 50 years above that they will always come back from work every day and ask their kids to massage their knees for them and start complaining of pains. But we have had it all from Dr. Ibrahim Lawal, profiling for us those things that we can do, treatment. But don't forget, whatsoever that we've given you on set does not mean that you should go out there and start doing approximate application. Make sure you consult someone that knows about the usage of herbs, and that is the point that you get to stay safe. Don't forget, plants look alike, but the chemical composition in these plants, they differ. So for us to avoid making mistakes, we still need to reach out to an expert in herbal medicine. We want to appreciate you, Dr. Ibrahim Lawal, for coming on the program today. And that will be a wrap on African Complementary and Alternative Medicine, Africam. On today's edition, I know you've learned a lot, and I'm excited to have you here with me. Till next week when we come your way again with another exciting edition of Africam, I am Oluwaseun Oyebade, and do have a beautiful day.